भक्तिवेदांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद से अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, नवद्वीप धाम की जय, स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय, गंगा माई की जय, जमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to the Assembled Lord. All glories to the Assembled Lord. Thank you very much.
Savete nimishai rakshai,
Savete nimishai rakshai,
tam manudruta chetasa,
Tamanudruta chetasa,
Vikshantak sneha sambadha,
Vikshantak sneha sambadha,
Vichelus tatra tatraha,
Vichelus tatra tatraha,
Sarve te nimishai rakshai,
Savete nimishai rakshai,
tam manudruta chetasa,
Tamanudruta chetasa,
Vikshantak sneha sambadha,
Vikshantak sneha sambadha,
Vichelus tatra tatraha,
Vichelus tatra tatraha,
Te, Animishai, without twinkling of the eyes, Akshay, by the eye, Tam Anu, after him, Dhruta Chetasaha, melted heart, Vikshanta, looking upon him, Sneha Sambadha, bound by pure affection, Vichelu, began to move, Tatra Tatra, here and there, Ha, so they did. Translation: all their hearts were melting for him on the pot of attraction. They looked at him without blinking their eyes, and they moved hither and thither in perplexity.
Read the purport.
Purport: Krishna is naturally attractive for all living beings because he is the chief eternal amongst all eternals.
Yeah. Krishna, the very name suggests, attract. Krishna means all attract. He has got, because he is complete, Purna, so he has got all the attractive features. From material point of view, spiritual point of view. Therefore, his name is Krishna. And he delivers the fallen souls from the miserable condition. He attracts and he delivers. Krishna. Therefore, Krishna means Parabrahma. Parabrahma iti sabdati. Rama also, the same thing, Parabrahma. Krishna is all attractive by his opulence, by his power. Our definition of God is very simple. We do not define God as abhakta. Abhakta means cannot be explained. If you cannot explain, then what you will understand? The Mayavadi, they say that God cannot be explained. In the Vedanta Sutra, there is a sutra, na sabdyat, I forget the exact. God is explainable. Because in the Vedas, there are mantras, sa oikhata, sa asijata. He glanced over the material nature. He created sa oikhata. So these things are explainable. So we don't say that the absolute truth is not explicable. It is explicable. We have got our explanation. Purna. Purna means complete. Nitya nityanam chetanas chetananam. He is also a living entity like us. They ask us to stop talking. But he is Purna. That is the difference. We are not Purna. We are defective. Especially when we come in the material world, we are defective in so many respects. By nature we are defective, or not Purna, incomplete, subordinate. He is therefore called the Nitya Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. He is complete, the chief of all living entities. So how do we explain it? It is very simple thing. Suppose I am here and you are here. So you may be better than me. Nobody is equal. You don't find. You don't find. In every respect, two bodies equal, you won't find. In bodily features, in qualities, in action, in thinking, in feeling, all you find varieties. Variety is enjoyment. If I agree with you in every respect, then what is variety? Just like if you are given a nice dish of foodstuff, Somebody says, give me this one. Another says, give me this one. There's variety of taste. Although all sweet meats are made of the same ingredient, sugar and sugar or curd, but somebody says, give me this rasgulla, somebody this sandesh, somebody says, give me pantua. They are made of the same ingredient, but it is different taste. So you cannot neglect these varieties of taste. That is enjoyment. Anandamaya Abhyasa. We are all Anandamaya, joyful. Therefore, there must be varieties. Without varieties, there is no joy. Simply hackneying one thing, Brahma, 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 and nobody likes it. They keep with Brahma, Brahma, they fall down, or they again comes to the explanation of this Bhagavatam. I have seen so many Mayavadi sannyasis, by Brahma, Brahma, they could not attract audience. Then come to Bhagavad reading and explains in nonsense way all the Bhagavatas, Mayavadi. But they come to, because Bhagavad is full of varieties. But they explain their own way. I have seen one big Mayavadi sannyasi explaining Bhagavad that God became pleased in some stanza. So if you become pleased, then God becomes pleased. This was his explanation. If I am pleased by drinking wine, then God is also pleased. This is his explanation. Yes. I am a grand debauch. By debauchery I am pleased, then God is also pleased by my debauchery. Because God and I are the same. This is their explanation. So it is very difficult. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given one line of Vaishnava behavior. Asat sanga tyagi Vaishnava achar. Simply to give up this rascal's association. The rascal means the Mayavadi, Karmi, Jnani, Yogi, all they are rascals. It is our open declaration. So we have to give up the company of these rascals. If we are actually serious about advancing in Krishna consciousness, we should not mix with them. We should not even invite them. Neither we shall take their food stock, accept their food stock. Dadati pratiginnati bhungte bhojate gujjam akhati prichyati cha bhungte bhojate chaiva saravidhi priti lakshana. Priti, if you want to make fun and friends, then these 6 kinds of dealings must be there. Dadati. Dadati means there must be, one must give something to the other. A friend, just like I am friend, you are friend, I give you something. In return you give me something. Dadati pratiginnati. Guhyam akhyati prichhati cha. I open my mind to you, you also inquire confidential things from me, or I inquire. Guhyam akhyati prichhati. And then bhungte bhojayat. Whatever you give me, I eat, and I give you, you eat. By these 6 kinds of dealings, priti, love increases. So, in our Krishna consciousness movement, we practice this. As far as possible, we are giving and taking. We have made this program, life membership. We are giving our books, knowledge, whatever we have got, little knowledge, we have written in our books, we are giving them. Take it. And they are also giving. take this 1100 rupees. So this is dadati pratigannati. And they also come here to inquire, Swamiji, your movement is very nice. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of that? Guhyam akhyati, expresses their mind. Prichhati, they explain, this is my position, I cannot do it, how can I do it? And the Vaishnavas reply them. Then we invite them in our love feast, in all our centers. We have got this arrangement. We invite everyone, come on, take prasad. And if somebody gives us something to eat, we also eat, provided he is not a Mayavadi Karmi Jnani. Otherwise, we should not take. We cannot accept anything from these classes, some men, atheist class. Then we will be Sangha Balakara. Sangha Sanjayate Kama. If we associate with this Mayavadi atheist class, Kurmi Jnani Yogi, then we will infect their quality. So, if we infect the Mayavadi quality, Kurmi quality, Jnani quality, Yogi quality, I see some of the students still, they practice some yogasana. That quality is not yet free. But this is nonsense. This is nonsense. We should, by promise, we should not associate with any of their qualities. That is, asatsanga tyagi Vaishnava. Asat ekstri sangi, Krishna avaktva. Asat means bad element, bad association. So asat sangha, we have to give up. Asat. So, who is asat, sir? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu speaking, asat sangha tyagi Vaishnavas. Vaishnav's behavior, Vaishnav's character should be simply to give up the company of the asat. Now, there are so many nice people, gentlemen, so if we give up, if we say everyone is asat, so we must know. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu next line gives, yes, asat ekstrishan. Ekstrishan. One asat is trisangi. Trisangi means too much attached to woman. Or attached to woman. Or attached to woman. Too much or little, it doesn't matter. Attached to woman. He is asat. And Krishna bhakta. And who is not a devotee of Krishna. So this Mayavadi, Kurmi, Jnani, Yogi, they are not Krishna bhakta. They will say, Krishna is not God, I am God. I am also God. Krishna is not God. I am God, but Krishna is not God. This is their verse. They were the rascals. I am God. They declare, I am God, you are God, but Krishna is not. Except Krishna, everyone is God. This is their verse. So how much rascal they are, we must know. So therefore, we should give up their company. Asat sangha tyagi Vaishnava. Otherwise, asat has three sangi, Krishna. There are three sangha, vaidha, avaidha. Vaidha means regular, according to Shastra. According to Shastra means restrict. Shastra restricts. Shastra means shasdhatu. Shasdhatu means shasan, ruling. From shasdhatu, Shastra has come Shastra, weapon has come. And Shasdhatu, from Shasdhatu, Shishya also come. These words are derived from Shasdha. Shastra, Shastra. Shasan. Shasan means ruling. Sanskrit is very nice language. From one verbal root, you can manufacture so many words. Therefore, it is very difficult to make Sanskrit dictionary. It is very difficult. The so-called Sanskrit dictionaries available in the market, you won't find all the words. It is not possible. Because so many words are manufactured by one dhatu. How many they will add? But there is one book. What is the name of that book? Meaning, this word means this, that. What is that name? Disorder?
Thesaurus.
That's Sanskrit name or Farsi name?
That is a name for the book. Any book which gives so many different word meanings for one word is called thesaurus.
So, this Shastra Vidhi, Loki Bhavayami Samadha Siva Nityastha Jantu, Nityastha, Nahi Tattva Chodana. One does not require encouragement. One is not taught in the school how to learn sexual intercourse. No, these things are already there. Nityastha Jantu. Every living entity has got these propensities. Intoxication, sex intercourse, amisha, meat eating, fish eating. They're there already. One does not require to be educated how to eat meat, how to drink, how to use sexual intercourse. No, it is already there. Nityasya, nahi tatra chodha. There is no need of encouragement. Then why these shastras are ordering that you eat meat in this way, you drink in this way, you have sexual intercourse in this way? What is the purpose? The purpose is to restrict him. Because by natural propensity, he will have, just like in Western countries, there is no marriage practically. But they have sexual intercourse. They think sex is there, available. Why we should bound ourselves by marriage tie? They think like that. So, why the marriage is there? Just to restrict. Without marriage, the man and woman will be open to so many other man and woman. Therefore, it is to restrict. One man, one woman. Otherwise, if you associate with so many men and so many women, and this is animals. So, in order to check him from the animal-like sexual intercourse, the marriage is there. This is the purpose. Therefore, Shastra. Shastra means simply to restrict. One who is accustomed to restriction, he is perfect, not indulgence. The animals are not restricted. But nowadays, better animal is restricted. They have got a time for sexual intercourse. But these animals, the two-legged, two-hands animals, they have no restriction, any time. Less than animal. Therefore Shastra is there. So Vaidha means what is sanctioned by the Shastra. That is Vaidha Stri Sangha. Yes. one may have association with woman. There must be association with woman. By God's creation, there is man, woman. They are meant for being united. So there in the Bhagavad Gita it is said, dharma avriddha kama aham. When sex intercourse is there according to the Shastra, that is I am. That is I am. Dharma viruddha. So there are rules and regulations how to have sex life. There are two kinds of association with women, vaidha and avaidha. Vaidha means according to Shastra, and avaidha means without any restriction. Without any restriction of the Shastra. So asat x3 Shanti, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, and these Sahojiyas, rascals, they interpret asat x3 Shanti. One has got only one wife, he is asat. One must have many wives. The Sahajiyas, you know, they keep so many women, like monkeys, in their company. They have interpreted in this way. Asat x3 Shanti. So we Shastra restricts, but rascals they interpret in a different way and they enjoy. A real purpose comes, just like what is that sannyasi in Australia who wrote against, what is the name? What is Pradumna? What is the name of the rascal sannyasi in Australia? Austria. Agyanananda? No. Agehananda. That rascal says that this is our ultimate goal. Unrestricted, eating meat and sex. Is it not? Did he not say like that?
No, I think that's Rajnishacharya. Rajnishacharya says that one should have unrestricted lust.
So, there are so many rascals. Therefore,
Shakespeare writes in his books that marriage is nothing but the legal prostitution.
yes. So that is their interpretation. Marriage, Vedic Shastra enjoins marriage, and it is for prostitution. Just see the interpretation. All the great rishis, they recommended, yes, you can go on prostitution, with your prostitution, under the sanction of the Shastra. No, it is not that. The real purpose is to restrict. Just like meat eating. Meat eating is recommended in Vedic literature. There is Kali Puja. Kali Puja, by sacrificing one goat before Goddess Kali. The Goddess Kali is worshipped on the Amavasya. The Amavasya takes place once in a month. Therefore, these rascals who are meat eaters, they will be restricted. If they accept the Shastra, if we eat meat from the butcher's place, then we shall be sinful. Let us eat meat. Just as in Calcutta I will find so many butchers, they have kept one Goddess Kali deity, so that people will think now it is not sinful. Here the mangsha, the meat is not, it is sanctified. Hindu Brahman Kartik. So these things are going on. Actually it is restriction. And even when there is boli, the sacrifice is given, the mantra means, the mantra says that this man is killing you, you will get next life a human body. But you have the opportunity, option to kill him. This is the mantra. Now, if somebody is responsible, he'll certainly think that I am going to be killed by this goat again. Mangso khadati. Mang, he will eat me. That is means mangso. So no responsible man will take that responsibility that I will kill this animal again, he will become a man and he will kill me. No, stop this business. So this is the process of restriction. Similarly, those who are drunkards, for them is recommended by offering liquor to Chandi, they can drink. Similarly, marriage is also like that. It is restriction. It is not prostitution. It is restriction. Pravittireshang bhutana nirvittestu mahaphala. This is natural tendency. If you want, one can stop it. That is called tapasya. And human life becomes perfect by tapasya. Tapasya brahmacharjena samena tamena tyagena sattva sauchabhyang jamena niyamena. This is human life. Not like animal, unrestricted. Animals are also restricted. So, Vaidha Avaidha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has strongly restricted that don't associate with these rascals. Asat. Asat means those who are interested in material affairs. Asatoma, Sadgama, the Vedic intention. That is Vedic intention. Sadgama. Just try to make progress towards Sat. Om Tat Sat. Don't be interested in Asat, Asatoma, Sadgama, Jyotirgama. So these are the Vedic injunctions. So, because these Pandavas and their families were all sought by association of Krishna, therefore they were all perplexed within their mind that Krishna is going back to his home. How we shall live? How we can give up Krishna? Those who are actually devotees of Krishna, they cannot give up Krishna at any risk. That's why Prahlad Maharaj, the Haridas Thakur in this Navadvip area, he was a Mohammedan. He took to Krishna now. The Kaji called him. You are Mohammedan, why you are taking this Krishna now? Now what is the fault, sir? There are many Hindus, they also become Muslim. So I like this. So he was punished. But he did not give up. He did not give up. One cannot give up. Prahlad Maharaj could not give up. So that is explained that satsangat mukta dussang. As soon as one associates with Krishna's name, he associates with Krishna. Therefore, the asak, Maya, cannot touch him. If he is purely chanting without any offense, Maya cannot touch him. Chita darpana marjanam bhavodaha davagni. And if, as soon as Maya cannot touch him, then bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. The blazing fire of material existence extinguished immediately. This is the first gain by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra offenselessly. The first gain is mukti. Bhava Mahadavagni Nitmapana means mukti. By chanting Hare Krishna mantra, namabhas, not pure name. As soon as one comes to the platform of chanting pure Hare Krishna mantra, without any offense, he becomes immediately enhanced in love with Krishna. Prem, Krishna Prem. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was chanting as Acharya. He was crying. Tabonama grahane bhavishyati. Sunnayitang jagatsadvam Govinda virahena. What is that verse? Chakshusha pravishayita. Chakshusha pravishayita. Tavanama, kada tavanama grahane bhavishyati. This is the ultimate realization of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That one should cry. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said like that. So, Krishna and Krishna's name identical. These Pandavas were so purified by association of Krishna. So they were thinking, how we shall live? If Krishna goes away to Dwarka, then how we can live? In this way, they could not make any solution. They were loitering here and there, just like when you are disturbed in mind, you loiter, what to do. So they are doing that. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Now begin.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Can someone turn on the mic, please? Hare Krishna. So, such a wonderful class by Srila Prabhupada. The translation of the verse goes, all their hearts were melting for him on the pot of attraction. They looked at him without blinking their eyes. Who are they? Residents of Hastinapur, right? And there's so many points. One point which I really liked was Prabhupada was talking about restriction of sense gratification. Prabhupada said if somebody is able to do that, restrict sense gratification, he's perfect. And Prabhupada used three terms: sanctioned, sanctified, and regulated. Just like food, we should take that food which is sanctioned, means vegetarian food. After that, it has to be sanctified. How? By offering to Krishna. And after that, it has to be regulated. Take only that much which is absolutely necessary to keep the body and soul together. So Prabhupada was talking about sex life. Sex life has to be sanctioned, means with one partner, sanctified by marriage, and regulated for producing Krishna conscious progeny. Prabhupada was giving the example of Sahajiyas, how they violate this. Anyone knows the meaning of Sahajiya? The literal meaning of the term Sahajiya? Yes.
They take the process of Krishna consciousness very
Yeah, I mean, so that's what they do, but what's the literal meaning of the term Sahajiya? They do what they like, okay? Yes, somebody was raising hand here. Okay. Sahajiya comes from the root word Sahaja, which means cheap. Yes, born with, yeah. Saha means together, and Ja means Janma or born. So which two things are born together that it makes the Sahajiya mentality cheap? Which two things are born together that makes Sahajiya mentality cheap? So the two things are practice and perfection. Those who think that perfection is born along with practice, they are called Sahajiya. Generally, perfection comes after practicing for some time, right? But Sahajiya thinks that as soon as I'm beginning the practice, I can do the things which perfected beings are supposed to do. So that's Sahajiya. And there's one point which Prabhupada was talking about. Prabhupada talked about it in the last week's class also. I was not supposed to facilitate that class, but somehow the devotee was supposed to do that. He did not show up. So one devotee came to me and said, Prabhu, you should have clarified this point. So Prabhupada was talking about attachment to women. So when such topics come in Shastra, it means attachment to opposite sex, right? I'm not saying this. This is what Prabhupada was telling in one of his classes. 10th September 1976. Yeah, that's a famous class. It's a 32-minute class. It's on the verse 1711. 1710 is the Atmaram verse, famous Atmaram verse. 1711 is, how did it start? Oh, Krishna Balaram, how can I forget this? Harer Gunakshiptamatir Bhagavan Badarayani. The last line of this verse is Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha. I was reading 11th canto recently. In the second chapter, the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they quote this line, that Shukdev Goswami was Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha. He was very dear to Vishnu Jan, very dear to the devotees of Lord Vishnu. Why? Because Harer Guna Akshipta Mati, his Mati was always Akshipta, absorbed in Lord Hari. Bhagavan Badarayani. Who's Badarayani? Vyasadeva is not Badarayani. Sorry? Shukdev. Badarayani comes from the term Badarayana. Vyasadeva is Badarayana. Badrika Ashram, resident of Badrika Ashram. So, just like Lord Ramachandra was called Dasharathi, son of Dasharath. So similarly Badarayani. So basically in that class, I'm not a Sanskrit scholar by the way. When I was sharing recent Gita class, that when I was in grade 6, I was given an option to choose between French, German and Sanskrit. And my parents were like, everyone takes Sanskrit. We are modern parents. You take French, beta. We don't want to make a Pandit out of you. Hardly did I know that I'll be doing the job of a Pandit over here, So all my life I've learned 5 years in my school. French lullabies, comma tu tapel, comma sava, this, that. So anyways. So in that class, 10th September class, Prabhupada was telling, for man, women is women, and for women, man is women, right? So the term women sometimes means opposite sex or opposite gender. So yeah, no need to give unnecessary hatred to any particular gender. No need to make fun of any particular gender unnecessarily, right? Yes, that was mostly it from me. Anyone wants to add or share anything? We have 2 minutes left. Yes, His Grace Prayojana Prabhuji. You have the mic?
The one thing he mentioned too was associating with those who are womanizers and or whether it be or a manizer. We should avoid their association because it affects us. Association was one of the points he raised. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Any last thing? All right, you all get 2 minutes back. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki. Gaur Premanande. For males,